everybody. You're coming to us live from the Food Matters office and kitchen, and we're talking today about Halloween. And who's here to join us?
Hugo.
Hugo is joining with me today, and I wanted him to dress up today, and he was like, "Yes, Mum, can I please?" And we tried on some pirate outfits and a ghost outfit. But what did you end up choosing? A soccer outfit. So he's got his nice cleats on, and he's also got a bandage over here, but it's not a real one. Don't worry, don't be alarmed. He hasn't broken his arm. It's all part of the dress-ups. So everybody, we're so excited. Halloween, it happens once a year. We all love it. We all love getting dressed up. We all love seeing the trick-or-treat signs everywhere. And what we're covering today in this video is we're talking about what Halloween means to us, what Halloween means to us that have kids, and how we can have this awesome once a year holiday with some healthy treats as well as some unhealthy ones, but we just see how we can best balance out our lifestyles. That's really what we're talking about today. So Hugo, what does Halloween mean to you?
I mean, I can get lots around the jungle.
We get it, right? We get it. Halloween is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for kids. You go around, you trick or treat, you get a lot of candy, you get a lot of lollies, you get a lot of chocolates. But how do we sort through the candy and the foods that we get given by, I guess, complete strangers? So how do we go through that with our kids and explain to them that maybe not all of these candy treats are going to be good to eat on a day like today? So let's just talk about what some of the things that I guess marketing companies are doing. And I've noticed that as much as I love Halloween decorations, it seems like a lot of these food companies, it's like Halloween is like a permission to really just go crazy on anything crazy and unhealthy and a little bit gross even. So some of the things I came across with the packaging, super cute, love it. But on the back here we've got Shazam for the recipe, and I mean, they look pretty spooky, don't they? They definitely look like kids would love to eat them. But then I had a look at the recipe online, and some of the ingredients on this recipe were probably not that edible, I'd say. There is pink and white marshmallows, there's honey, there's white chocolate, and there's red and blue food coloring, like as in you need to literally eat this. And I just didn't understand it. I thought maybe it was like a decorative piece, but this is actually, these are recipes that they're really encouraging mums to make for kids. And it just came across a little bit like, hang on a minute, do you put food colouring in your food?
No.
No? Where have you seen food colouring used?
Rachel has it and she puts it in the Play-Doh, not in the
She puts it in the Play-Doh, yeah. So that's food colouring. We don't really like to eat paint colours, do we? Yeah, so I guess it's all about helping to explain to our kids, like, really, where do these foods come from, and what should we really be eating them, and what could be the side effects of them. And what I always like to do with Hugo, I always like to explain that these colours are actually, these corporations, I guess, are making these cheap products, because it is really cheap to buy all these things. Like, Rachel was buying them and she's like, wow, these are so incredibly cheap. Using like a natural food colouring and natural flavouring, using, for example, blueberry juice, we're eating blueberries over here, must be a much more expensive product to have, and so they're just adding these food colours, and I call them paint colours, don't I, Hugo? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we always say, do you really want to be eating paint colours? So usually the answer is no. So then let's talk about some of the other things that we get given in our trick-or-treat bags. It's usually like some sort of jelly candy and lots of marshmallows, right? Anything with jellies and marshmallows is made out of gelatin. And now gelatin, Hugo, do you know what gelatin is? Do you know what marshmallows are made out of? On the back of these marshmallows, everyone's ingredients will be different, but it's got the glucose, corn syrup, sugar, gelatin, and flavours. And also there's a lot of artificial flavours here. I've got blue 1 and something I can't even pronounce. It's tetrasodium phiphosphate. It's a whipping aid, it says. So it sounds a bit scary to me. Blue 1 could be one of those food additives that we don't want to be giving to our kids. You can look up what additives they are and what sort of byproducts they could have. Either they might be carcinogens or they might cause behavioral issues in kids. So just one of the things that you could actually talk to with your kids, because they might be like, why, Mum, I need to eat this, this is so yummy. But you know, you just basically be the teacher and it's like, okay, it's up to you to make the decisions, but let's just read about what these mean and how what it actually could be doing to us. And I personally have a lot of experience with it. A lot of family members of mine, yeah, sugar is fine. They can have sugar, and you can see what sort of effects it can have on kids when they have sugar mixed with additives, mixed with a lot of food colorings. So these kids, family members, so I don't want to mention any names, but lovely, lovely kids. However, when they do eat these sort of foods, it's just tantrums galore. Like if you notice that your kids are experiencing any of these, like crying spells, just really just difficult to understand, slurred language. I would say these are called behavioral issues, just being asked really simple questions and just not wanting to cooperate. Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of parents don't know what this behaviour is and where it's coming from, and you know, they end up being either locked in their room or being reprimanded for it. And sometimes it's actually caused by the food. So one of the things that we can do, I guess, you know, not just during Halloween alone, but also just to minimise these sort of ingredients. Maybe not even buy them, maybe not even put them in the house for us to all be able to see and eat. Because what happens if they're in the house, you go, we want to eat them, right? So I guess with anything, I mean, Halloween is such an exciting time. You don't want to temper the enthusiasm with the little ones, but we definitely want to, you know, say, you know, sugar is to be consumed in moderation. And just going back to gelatin, gelatin, this is what the marshmallows and jelly beans and any of these other soft lollies are mostly made out of, is gelatin, right? And gelatin is a byproduct of, Hugo, gelatin is actually the byproduct of the factory farming industry. And what it is, and a lot of people don't actually know this, but you know, the byproduct, and just like offal, is the skin, the hooves, and the carcasses and the bones and the cartilage of these animals that have been used for their meat are boiled for a very long time, and then it turns into a gelatinous excuse me, we're just talking. And that really gets sugar coated and turned into all sorts of yummy lollies. So I sometimes like to talk to Hugo about it, like, Hugo, what do I sometimes say to you? Like, do these food companies like to try and trick you by making it taste really yummy, but really, it's not necessarily. I mean, there's many different forms and qualities of gelatin that you can get. And I guess there's organic ones, and that could actually be a health product, but these ones are not necessarily organic, and these are from like big factory farms. So I guess it's all about what we do and what we decide, and how do we make healthy options, and how do we even inform our children and ask them to make healthy decisions. So that's all we can do, right? We can't force them.
Where's the ball?
Knuckles. Let's talk about some things that we can put in the trick-or-treat bags for the kids that come around the streets that could be healthy. So what sort of things do we have here, Hughes? We just grab them from our house. We just have more like organic bounce balls, not necessarily made with any additives or flavorings, and they are organic. These ones are organic truffles, sea salt, and chocolate, and they are organic as well. And Hugo seems to love them. And don't be scared of putting, you know, just sultanas in there, or just an apple. I mean, you're not going to be the popular house in the street, but definitely don't be worried about it, because we're all here to explain to our kids that what's healthy, and if they do bring that home to their mum and dad, and they've got the big basket of all the treats, then, you know, the mum and dad can be a little bit excited that some people are making some healthy choices in the neighbourhood. Yeah, and what are the things that we do, Hugo? How are the sort of things that I do in my house is, if we do end up eating a lot of chocolate or ice cream and sugar, is we try to balance out the blood sugar levels. And what is the things that what does Mummy sometimes say when you have too much sugar?
No.
Oh yeah, I say no more sometimes. But what do we sometimes do to balance out our blood sugar levels, Hugo? And alkalize our blood. Yeah, we use the green drinks. So Hugo, you really like the taste of these greens, and the superfood greens have been created literally to help alkalize our blood. It is one of the things, like, we just tend to, we either go for a lot of carbs in our life and a lot of sugars, and those are the ones that taste yummy for the little ones, but they don't realize that they can have, I guess, overexcitement and like we can have our life can be literally turned upside down by having too much sugar. And sometimes we can have like spells of crying and sadness, right? Because you just don't know how to handle your behavior if you get too much sugar in your life. But what do we do to balance out our blood sugar levels? Do you want to show people how you make a green drink? How you make one? So you take a glass of water, and sometimes literally Hugo will literally ask for one. He'll be like, "Mom, I think I've got too much sugar. Can we please make a green drink together?" So you make it, sweetie. You're good at this. I'll just keep talking. So the Food Matters Superfood Greens helps to alkalize our blood and helps to balance our blood sugar levels, and also to think about other things we could do if we do have a lot of sugar is to eat a lot of fats, good fats and healthy fats. Like if you give your kids beautiful avocado dips with some corn chips, or even just raw avocado, just whole, yum. Or some coconut oil, or anything, coconut products like crisps, coconut chips, anything with good fats. So that really also helps to balance out the blood sugar levels. Let's have a look at how you did. That looks good. Yummy. All right, now let's taste it. See what you think. And what did you think?
Good.
And what have you got to say for the kids out there? That they're looking at something, that you're drinking something that looks really green. They might say, "Ooh, is that really good?" But what can you say about it?
That helps to alkalize our blood.
Sweet. Yeah, I was trying to get him to say it actually tastes really good, kids. But yeah, it is a little bit of fun. So yeah, you guys know us at Food Matters. We're always trying to find the best, healthiest options for you and alternatives. And you know, I really want you guys to still have an awesome Halloween and really enjoy yourselves and with the kids and make this a really fun once-a-year experience. So we've created a Food Matters Halloween ebook where you can choose the most healthiest and delicious Halloween alternative recipes. So head to the ebook online, and you can download it. It's $4.95, and super simple recipes that the whole family will love. And Hugo loves them too. Hugo, is there anything else you would like to say to everybody?
No.
You've been having a lot of fun, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys, and thank you for joining us, Hugo. And yeah, we wish you guys a really awesome Halloween. Take it easy.